Hi everyone, welcome to another amazing episode of Tulu Talks, and I remain your humble host, Tulu Alokwedua. Today on Tulu Talks, we will be doing something very unique. We'll be starting a series on women. It's titled Women Series, and I would not be doing this alone. I will be doing this in company of beautiful and amiable women, and I would like them to introduce themselves before we delve into the topics we would like to talk about. Um, I'll start with the beautiful lady.
Oh, hi. My name is Blessing Onibo. What's there to say about me? A mother, wife, and I have a very little beautiful daughter whose name is Soma. And right now, I'm doing my Master of Arts in Educational Studies in UBC, University of British Columbia.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Okay. Hi everyone. My name is Mrs. Bolanle Margaret Oyenuga. I'm a retired nurse from Nigeria, precisely the head of reproductive health in not local government before I retired last year. And I'm a mother, grandmother, and a wife.
Hi everybody, my name is Mrs. Taiwo Bolanle Oyebanji. My profession is fashion designer, finishing touches home of fashion, Oyo Town. I'm from Nigeria. I'm a mother, grandmother, and a wife.
Thank you very much, ma'am. You see that we have beautiful women here who are ready to give us so many answers to the questions we have concerning women. Okay, without much ado, we'll be talking about different things, but we would like to start with the relationship among women. So the first question we have is there's this popular term, women hate women. Yes, we hear it, people throw it around. Women hate women, women hate women. I would like to ask these beautiful women here, what do you think about the statement? Is it true or is it false? And if it is true, kindly tell me why. But if it is false, I also need to know why you think it's false. Thank you.
Hi everybody. As that question implies, women hate women, I can say in my own perspective that women jealous after women. And this cannot happen. We cannot just see a woman going on the streets and jealous of her unless we have something, relationship. Maybe we are friends, maybe we close to each other, maybe it's a boss, we are working, or a colleague. So this question may arise. And if a woman wants to jealous a woman, this kind of jealousy has to, we can look at it in two perspectives. We have positive one, we have a negative one. And that positive ones is maybe you are my boss where I'm working, you are, by virtue of our, where we are working, you are moving higher. If it is positive one, I would like to move closer to you. What are you doing that makes you to excel or that makes you to move higher? Maybe you build yourself academically. I too, I will follow suit. That is positive one. But negative one, maybe you are my boss or a friend. If you don't say anything, I will not show interest. Rather, to copy what you are doing so that I too, I will be elevated. I too, I will be moving higher. I will every miss to put you down. And this jealous, it can lead to hatred. And jealous gives birth to hatred. And when hatred comes, it may lead to another thing entirely. Which, if care is not taken, it may lead to maybe somebody to go after a life of a person that may lead to another thing. That is how I see it.
Thank you very much, Mommy. That means Mommy agrees that that statement is exists.
Yes.
But you would like to clarify that it starts from jealousy, then which leads to hatred. Thank you very much, Ma. Mommy, what do you have to say about that?
It's okay from my side, you said yes or no. No, I'll treat it in both sides. It may happen that women may hate women due to some circumstances of life. And when we are talking about hatred here, is a kind of passion, dislike. Don't even want to see that particular person. Don't want to hear about that particular person. It's just a passion to not to move closer, not to even want that particular person to exist. So that one is dangerous. So we have it in few cases, which we will not know, what has really caused or what has really started it before it, gets to the level of hatred. So it can happen, but it's not a good thing for human being to hate human being. And that is where I will say no, that I will not agree, because God did not create us to hate each other. God created us to love each other. It's out of His love that He has given us Jesus Christ. So on any circumstances, there is nothing an individual could do for an individual, maybe women to women, and you say, no, the next thing is just hatred. As Mrs. Oyebanji has rightly said, before it gets to hatred, it starts from somewhere. It starts from envy, it starts from jealous, and if care is not taken, and that particular person is not filled with the Spirit of the Lord and caution herself, is that will caution herself, it can lead to hatred. But if that particular person caution herself and ask herself, why am I jealous in this woman? Why do I envy him or envy her? What is that thing that she has gotten that I have not gotten? What is that advancement in her life that have not come to my life? If you think it that way, as she has rightly said, and you move closer to that particular person, I want to know the secret of your success. She can easily share it with you. And when you even go to your closest to talk to your God, it's not a partial God. You that I did this to Mrs. So. I too want it in my family. And when you even come to look at it, it's only when we are not faithful to God. There is no woman on this earth or human being that God has not given something that the person will say, oh, thank you, God, this is what you have given unto. It's just because we are not satisfied with what we have. So I can rightly say, yes, that it is possible in fewer cases that women may hate women, which will lead to destruction, which will lead to, killing, which will lead to murder, and which will lead to sin, and which can lead that particular person to hell. In case of Cain and Abel, you see, there is that hatred. But when we want to look at it, we should not allow it. So the answer here should be capital no, because we must not let it aggravate to the level of hatred.
Thank you very much, Ma. If I would articulate what I heard now, like it's women hating women is something that could exist because we desire what other people have.
Yes.
However, it's not something we should permit.
Yes.
Because as children of God, we should not hate anybody.
Yes.
Wow. Thank you very much, Ma. I love that. Sister Blessing.
Well, for me, I would say hate is quite a very passionate word. So I don't want to say women hate women because, well, from my own experience or in my own experience, I don't think I've ever been in a situation where I hate someone. But then I imagine that, just like they said, hate can actually, someone can start developing hate for another woman because of their own achievements. I think it's a matter of complex, maybe inferiority or superiority, and it's usually because you feel that. I think it's usually because you feel that you should have something that somebody else has. Maybe, okay, let me use relationships for example, at least the ones that I've heard, Maybe you feel that, okay, you're finer than this lady, why does she have a better boyfriend or a better husband? Maybe her own husband is richer than yours, so maybe you feel that her own husband or boyfriend is more handsome than yours, or maybe you feel that she has a better job, and then you think, I'm more intelligent than this lady. Maybe when we were in school, she used to have carryovers, and now we're out, she has a better job, she even has a better husband and all of that. So, and you're now like, I deserve better than this person. And so because of that, it's a matter of jealousy. and envy, right? Because you think you're better, so you deserve better, and that is how the hatred can begin to, form. Yeah, I think it's. I'd rather use the word envy. Women can be very envious of their fellow women, or very jealous of their fellow women than hate, because I think hate is quite like very very passionate.
Thank you very much, man. You broke it down. You helped us see like reasons why some people would actually get to that stage. Yeah, I really appreciate that. But there was one last. Anyone can answer this question before we move on to the next question. Like, is this envy? Because the common thread between everything we've said, this envy, is it just um common among women? Do we have men that have this kind of relationship that some women have? You see a man that is a leader of the organization, and other men do not have challenge following that man. But you see a woman who is leading an organization, leading a team, and every woman, but in some cases I've seen, they try to make it look like the woman is a failure, this woman cannot lead them. How can she lead us? Is this something that is just common among women, or is something that can exist both among men and women? So we should stop generalizing that it's only women that display these attributes.
Well, can I say something about that? Okay, so envy and jealousy is definitely something that anybody can experience, whether you're male or female, right? But it seems to me like they say women are complex creatures, weird creatures, and all of that. I don't know how true that is, but then it looks like, even though it's something that has to do with every human being, it looks like it can be found more in women. So definitely anyone and everyone can exhibit envy or jealousy, but when it comes to women, it looks like it's more it's more apparent in them. Thank you.
I would like to support that what my sister said halfway. It exists in both, but in women usually show them their own is so clear. But men, if men envy or jealous, they will hide it
Subtle.
in such a way that hardly you will not know. But as how God creates women, you see it in the action of that woman immediately. But men do jealous, do envy. If you have a woman as a boss over you in your office, if that man is not a child of God, in quotes, that thing will it will happen. If the boss should give the man order, you say, no. How can a woman be controlling me? It's happened. I see it. That's happened very close to the person that's very close to me. He ought to be a boss, and the man that follow her is take the grace of God. So it's happened both, but woman expect their own. That's more.
Thank you very much, ma'am.
On my side, I would say the Bible has rightly put it, the works of the flesh. And when the Bible puts it, the works of the flesh, it doesn't put there that it's for women alone. So the works of the flesh is meant for every human being. So whosoever possess that works of the flesh, which is called envy, jealous, it will eventually leads to hatred. So definitely there is no sex, separation concerning it. Maybe you are female or you are not female. No, the thing is that even we have some females that their hearts are hardened like men. They can keep secrets. They are secretive. And we have some men that are so extrovert. So if you have a female like that is secretive and can keep secrets, even by the time she's envious of somebody or she hates somebody, she may still, keep it within herself and she will not show. And by the time it comes out, it can be dangerous. So the same thing with men. We have some men that are so heart-hardened that they can keep the secret, and when it goes to that level, they can still hide it, and they pretending. That's the word. When they are not showing it, they are pretending. And we have perfect pretenders. We have those that can pretend as if, I wouldn't want to explain that, but we have perfect pretenders that know that this is exactly what this particular person is. But when we come to sex, men or women, no. The Bible says they are the works of flesh, and it occurs to every human being.
Thank you very much, ma. This means that that statement, women hate women, is just like, it's not entirely true. It can be true, but it's not entirely true because everyone has the tendency to do that.
Hate, yes.
But we just need to walk in the spirit so we'll not fulfill the lust of the flesh.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you very much, ma. And then to wrap up this topic, can we just say just one advice? How do women need to nurture their relationships so that they would not have this kind of statement? Is there something a woman, and when you see yourself amongst women, is there something I should consciously do, or women should consciously do, so that all this unnecessary envy,
Envious,
unnecessary things is not going to really happen amongst us? Is there anything? What should we put in mind?
Yeah, can I start first? So, for me, I would say, don't share only your successes. I mean, because out there, people only like to share what is going on very well for them, and that's the reason why a lot of people begin to envy them and begin to get jealous of them and begin to think about their own life situations, why things are hard for them or why things are not going exactly the way they plan. But that is just because people don't share their own struggle, because everyone actually, has struggled. So I think when we begin to, when we talk about when we are in a gathering with any woman and we're talking, I'm not saying that you should present your problem, because I personally I don't like it. I don't think it's tidy when you begin to talk so much about your problems. But what I'm trying to say is make it a balanced discussion. Don't just focus on your successes. You also need to let people realize that there have been hurdles that you had to overcome, right? So in that way, people know that it is not peculiar to them, that their journey is not as smooth as they thought it's going to be, right? So I think if that happens, then people will begin to reduce the way they're jealous of other people or get envious of other people.
Thank you very much, ma.
And if I may come in, you are talking about relationships
Yes, ma.
that will not lead to envy, that will not lead to jealous, that will not lead to hatred. I think when you want to go into relationship, any form of relationship, maybe men to men, courtship or whatever. Number one thing is that you know the kind of person you want to relate with. Make sure the kind of person you want to relate with is somebody that you can easily cope with. Then when you know that kind of person, know the do's and don'ts of that particular person. You tend to understand, this is what she likes, this is what she doesn't like, this is how she behaves, this is how she, what she wouldn't like somebody to do to him or her. Then with that one, you'll be able to caution yourself. You'll be able to maintain a kind of balance. So that brings us to understanding. Relationship, the kind of person you want to relate with. It's not necessarily that maybe we are talking of hierarchy here, but at least are you of the same mind, to a certain level? Then understand each other. This is what he wants, this is what he wants. Then number two, knows how to relate in communication. Then within yourself, know your own gray area, your weakness that people have been complaining about. And you are now entering another relationship, then you have to work on it. Maybe you pray on it, maybe you discipline yourself on it, maybe you talk too much, like my sister rightly said. You talk too much, out of talking, you expose yourself, all the great and all the good things that the Lord has done for you. It's not the best. And one thing I want us to even understand here in relationship is that when you are in a relationship, try to help each other. Partake in the suffering, in the sorrow, in the pains of each other. Then know it that what the Lord has done for that particular person may be different from what God is doing in your own life. So by the time you put those together and you understand each other, I think and you must have one thing about the man, that any relationship there is no relationship that will not bring the kind of offense or quarrel. So when you are entering a relationship, know that surely there will be a day that she will offend me, there will be a day I will your friend are, then be ready to forgive so that that relationship can continue. So that one, it will not lead to envy, jealous, or hatred.
Thank you very much, ma. I really need to go through this video, and because I've learned so much now, and I really need to go through this video and note them down and consciously work on them. Oh, do you have anything to add to it, or we should just move to the next
The
question?
only thing I want to chip in is the two of them have said it all.
Okay.
But in a relationship, before we can, according to the Bible scholar, demonstratively, can two agree together? Or unless they agree, they can't work together. If there is love, genuine love between that relationship, interest will not set in, jealous will not set in, envy will not set in. And if there is acceptance, you accept me the way I am, I accept you the way you are. And tolerance. Even twins, they born in the same day, the same womb. Their way of life is not the same. Not talk of the person you met on your way that you start relationship with. And let it be at the back of our mind that our success cannot be equal. What I mean by that is that what God will do for me or will do for you, it will not do it the same time. Because in a race, someone will lead the race and another will follow. So if we have that thing in mind, that if God should bless my friend, maybe in his working place, in his marriage, something, he is successful. If the love is there, in quotes, what God has done in our life, he can usually do it in my life. And if we don't put this kind of pride in it, the relationship will go forward.
Amen.
Then let me check something here. I've forgotten the other time. We are talking about relationship. Or the Bible says we should live in peace with everyone. We should put it at the back of our mind that, as children of God or as a normal human being, you must be able to relate with others. You must be able. You cannot just say, these are the set of people, these are the set of people that I want to move with. Even if the particular person is a chronic sinner, you just have to be able to relate with him or her to bring him to your own side. If that particular person has a kind of character or behaviors that is not good and you realize it, you must lower yourself or bring yourself under a kind of control to correct that particular person in love. So saying that you cannot relate with anybody, shouldn't come in. As a man, we should be able to relate with anybody, everybody, so that at least we can be one.
Thank you very much, ma. Even the Bible admonishes us that we should, as much as it lies within us, we should follow peace or pursue peace with all men. It doesn't mean that we should be everybody's best friend, but we should learn how to peacefully coexist in love with them. Okay, thank you very much. I'm so grateful. Yeah. Until I come your way on another amazing episode of Tulu Talks, I want to say thank you for listening. Bye.